All right, everybody, welcome back in to the Great Scott Show, the Great Sports Callers Open Think Tank. All right, what we have learned the mystery of the gift suite.
Yes, we have from two different sources, actually.
Yes, but one of those sources is actually he's not far from the building. He is going to come in studio and describe exactly what the gift suite entails. He played in 4 bowls.
He knows very well.
Yeah, he's going to give us the skinny on what a gift suite is because, all right, I'm going to go through, what do you have, 40 bowls, RB? Let's see. Gift suite, I'm going to count the number of bowls that do not list gift suite, or I'm going to read them out to you and you keep track. How's that sound? All right. The Cure Bowl does not list gift suite.
Boo.
The Miami Beach Bowl does not list gift suite. The Dollar General Bowl does not list gift suite.
Cheapskates.
The Quick Lane Bowl does not list gift suite. Boy, it's tough to say that fast. Let's see what else here. The Military Bowl does not list gift suite. The New Era Bowl doesn't.
Oh, no, come on, New Era.
Theirs is the worst. Under gifts, it just says a variety of New Era products.
You get some hats.
If that's not the worst thing ever.
Here, take some hats.
Here,
Get
Yankee
out.
Stadium. Here's a pinstripe pin. You can write with it and leave. All right, let's see what else we have. The Russell Athletic Bowl does not list gift suite. Belk Bowl does not list gift suite.
Or sweet gifts.
The Valero Alamo Bowl does not. They're actually a good bit that don't. The Liberty Bowl does not.
Now, we're approaching double digits here.
The Nova Home Loans Arizona Bowl does not. That is where South Alabama will be.
10. I didn't even know most of these bowls existed.
The Citrus Bowl does not. That's where LSU is going. They've got a $300 Best Buy shopping trip though. So in some ways, I mean,
it's not bad.
Yeah,
you can basically buy whatever you want.
Let's see. The Tax Slayer Bowl does not. The Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl does not.
I went to the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl once.
And
I got a backpack.
The Cotton Bowl might, but under gifts they just put would not disclose. And the College Football National Championship game does not. It just lists iconic gift, which is very open-ended.
Iconic. Actually, our guy on the inside said iconic is just anything that's branded with the bowl.
Got it.
So that was, I think, 13 or 14.
So 14 out of 40. You're looking at what? I mean, my math isn't
But like the Cotton Bowl, what are you hiding? What are you hiding from everyone?
Not disclosed.
The winner gets shares in Apple.
So,
like Illuminati gifts.
Exactly what is a gift suite and what's it like to, be a part of it?
We're going to find out.
We're going to find out from someone in studio. Can we send out an old teaser on Twitter?
If you want to.
You're good at it. What should I write? He played for the Cajuns, so I'll get
Indeed, he did. He played for the Cajuns. I don't want to give too much away. Can we say what position he played in?
I'm going to tweet it, and if folks want to know before he comes in, they can follow us at ESPN 1420 and find out who he is.
Well, then, as a teaser online, you could just go ahead and say who it is, but he's going to inform us on what a gift suite really means for the players.
All right. I need you to fill time while I type this.
No, it's more fun for me to put you on the spot. See, but whenever you said Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, I did remember I went with the LSU players, and we covered it. The other part of this that's not included, this is media swag, because there are some bowls that are better than others in terms of the stuff you get. The Sun Belt Conference also actually gave me my favorite thing I've ever had from going to their media day. It was like a whole travel bag, like an entire, like almost piece of soft luggage, like basketball players and all that use to bring all their stuff.
The duffel bag?
Yeah.
I use that thing all the time.
That's my primary bag now.
Yeah.
I travel everywhere thanks to the Sun Belt. Brought to you by the Sun Belt Conference. Chick-fil-A Bowl, they gave us a backpack. And I will say I used that backpack until it broke on me. It also did break within 2 years, so the quality was not super high.
So you're dogging the the most disappointing thing is it's similar to the Bahamas Popeyes Bowl. Like, how are you going to have a Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and not list not list Chick-fil-A gift card.
I can say that when you go to the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, at least on the media side, you can eat all the Chick-fil-A you'd ever want to eat, pass out, wake up, and eat more Chick-fil-A.
Player, though. All right, our guest is here. Would you let him in, and I will take this phone call while we set him up. ESPN 1420 and .com. Welcome into the Great Scott Show. Hello.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good. What's up?
Did you say there was a Family Dollar Bowl?
There's a Dollar General Bowl, yes.
Well, my question is there a Family Dollar Bowl in the stadium right across the street?
That would be ironic, but no, there is not.
Just curious, because wherever there's one, there's the other.
Hey, look, man. I mean, what if actual bowl games begin rivalries? You have like a Costco Bowl and then a Sam's Bowl. I mean, then it would just get weird. We just get confused.
Well, it just goes to show you, I guess, everybody trying to get on the bandwagon.
No doubt, man. Appreciate the phone call.
All right, later. Thank you.
All right, our guest has arrived. First of all, mad props to our guest. I literally called him during a break to ask him a question about gift suites, and as it turns out, he was just finishing up work. He wasn't far from the building, and he offered to come in, despite the fact that he's a very busy guy. Former Ragin Cajun wide receiver, friend of the program. RB, will you move his mic over so I can see him?
Oh, there he wants to hide from you. Specifically said, I don't want to see Scott.
Former Ragin Cajun wide receiver. I don't blame him. Not a lot of people want to see me. It's why I'm on the radio and not TV. James Butler is in the house. James, what's happening, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm great. So, gift suite. We're sitting here. We're looking through a list of all the gifts for all the bowl games, and I look at the New Orleans Bowl, and you played 4 of them, and your alma mater's going back to it. It says Fossil Watch and gift suite. That's it.
Right. Yeah.
To those that aren't in the know.
Yeah, because what I'm picturing in my head is like a room full of stuff, and it's like Black Friday style, where everyone just jumps in and is like throwing elbows. The offensive linemen are like, it's my TV.
Right. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Jerron Odom, you never see him move so fast. Then they opened the doors. He probably ran in there and said, nobody's getting this other than me. What is in a gift suite, and like, is it just open season? How does it work?
Well, it starts off with a point system. So you may start. They tell everyone, okay, you get 800 points. So if you started off with 800 points, the biggest and best item is probably 800 points. Or you can get 2 things that's worth 400 to equal 800. That's how it works. So I remember my senior year, they had toy helicopters that was worth like 100 points. And my friend Boris would say he was going to get 8 of them.
Get 8 drones.
Like,
8 drones.
No, he didn't. But I was like, why would you do that? But
I'm going to get 8 and then sell them on eBay. Flip this. I'm just kidding.
Right. Nah, NCAA, he didn't say that. He didn't do that. He didn't do that.
That's what I would do.
Hey, maybe after his senior year, once he went into medical school, he could do what he wanted with the gifts.
Yeah, true. So
what did you get? You did this 4 times.
Yeah, I can't even remember. I know I gave the surround sound stereo system with the built-in Blu-ray Netflix. I know I gave that to my mom, so that was worth the 800 points.
So you look, what a guy. All of his points, he got a gift and gave it to his mom.
Yeah, I gave that to her.
But you needed to give her a Christmas
because
present.
it was like but it was like they had the recliner, and it was other stuff that I really don't use.
Recliner?
Yeah,
like how big of a recliner are we talking about?
Pretty huge. And it wasn't even the full 800 points. It was like 6 or 7.
What was it made out of? Bricks? I mean, 400 points.
Yeah.
So were you the type? All right. So aside from the year you were awesome and gave it all to your mom, would you be the type that'd be like, all right, I'm going to try to use every possible point.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to use all 800 because I don't want to be sitting here with like 10 points left, but the lowest item is like 50. I want to just mathematically even it out at 800.
Yeah. I know my senior year, I think I got the wireless Beats headphones. They were like, I think maybe 300.
And then you're like, I still got 500 points to spend.
So the lesson here is the gift suites are pretty awesome.
Right, yeah. Yeah, and I got a Fitbit. That's what I got.
Oh, man.
So
you still use it, too?
Nah, I lost it. But, yeah, I got the Beats and I got the Fitbit, and I think I got one more.
See, Scott, we knew that we were missing out on the gift suite. Like, we knew the gift suite was where it was at.
I wasn't sure. So, I mean, I'm glad that James is that's so cool. So where was this room? Was it at the hotel? Was it in the Superdome?
It was in the Superdome. It was in the Superdome.
What day did y'all go? Was it?
As I said, you get it like before the game?
Yeah,
like
it's
a couple days?
Wednesday. No, they don't give you the gift. It comes the next semester. So they get it shipped to the school. The school gives it to you.
So they're not, these items aren't actually in there?
No, but it's displayed so you can see it.
My picture of all of this was just so wrong. Like, dudes going in, grabbing a TV, like, this is mine.
8 PS4s on a shelf.
Dragging them out.
Actually, well, the 2011 New Orleans Bowl, you hear about the gifts.
Right.
You know, when you have people on other teams. And they tell you they had Xboxes and PlayStation 4s. Man, I got in there. They didn't have none of that stuff. And I was like...
But you were there. You were at the game in 2011. I know you were as a medical red shirt.
Yeah, I was there, but they didn't have...
Oh, they did. Oh, so you were in there, but you hear these sort of stories that it was all this...
Yeah, man, we got a PS4 and...
Who's saying
I was
that?
like people at other schools. And I was I know... and then I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to get as soon as I get in there. And
so not all gift suites are created equal.
No.
It did, but it sounds like the New Orleans Bowl was some years better than others. Or was it kind of
definitely. My senior year was probably the worst.
The worst.
Yeah, it probably was the worst.
Well,
It got spoiled the first couple of years. I'm just kidding.
Why was it so bad?
Because it was just the gifts weren't really. And I hate to sound spoiled, but
no. You know, you got used to one thing and then it was gone.
And it was like. And it got so bad they had toy helicopters, and it was like.
And Boris wanted 8 of them.
And he wanted 8 of them.
See, this is why some of the players were like, maybe if we get invited to another bowl next year, we'll go somewhere else. It's just because of the gift suite. We figured it out.
James is never going to come back in studio.
We're going back to New Orleans again. Thank God I can get my helicopter.
But I mean. It was nice though, but my senior year was probably the worst. But the 2011 year,
that first year,
but that could be because of the excitement too, though.
Yeah.
You know, so it could have been the same.
Everything just in your mind was like, this is the best ever.
In both years, it could have been the same. Like 2011.
Dude, you're one of those rare. You're one of those rare ones that got to like get in the gift suite for 4 straight.
Right.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
4 straight.
But if you think about
last
this
year,
too,
didn't get a gift suite. They were sitting at home on Christmas.
Right, that's true. But if you think about this too, though, I'm like one of the only few players that seen 3 and 9 to 4 New Orleans.
That is true. Well, is there another one? I mean, But all right. So there were some other 5th-year seniors on the last New Orleans Bowl team, but like. Were there any in your case where you actually played in the Bustle era and then the next year you had the injury?
No.
I think you're.
Oh no.
I think you're the only one.
The only person I can say to come close is Daryl Surgeon. That's the only person I can say come close.
But that was your old roommate. But he wasn't there for the last.
Yeah, he wasn't there for the last one. So how's
he doing?
He's doing good. He's in Alexandria working somewhere. I couldn't even tell you, but
I took some exception with Kevin Foote, who was on. And I love Kevin, but our morning show guy was talking about how it had been many, many years since the Cajun football team had a really good returner on special teams.
Surge, man.
And I texted him, and I just put Daryl Surgeon, and he was on the air. He's like, yeah, I always – and then finally he was like, all right, yeah, Daryl Surgeon was a pretty good returner.
I mean, doesn't he have the record right now?
Most return yards?
Yeah. I think he holds the record right now.
He probably does. It was a lot of return. I mean, yeah, he had a big one in the New Orleans Bowl.
Serge, if you listen, you're still not faster than me. So you can say you can have the record, but you still
how come
have
they didn't put you on kicks?
I mean, I don't know.
It's all. Hey, how much of?
No, actually, I was his backup. Actually,
on the return team?
Yeah, I really was. I was the backup.
And then your senior year, Eli was there.
And I had the starting job, but I gave it to Eli.
You gave it to him.
Yeah, I was scared.
You said,
I'm not trying to do this, man.
This is great. James Butler, former Ragin Cajun.
I'm loving this honesty right now.
No, but
he's the best thing ever.
He's been on before, and that's what I told him. I was like, you're natural on radio because you're just telling it like it is. This year's team, did you think at any point, was there any point this season where you're like, I don't think they can get back to a bowl game?
I think after the Tulane loss, but I have to commend Coach Hud because he definitely turned around. And I think a lot of that, the incident with the video, I thought was a smart move. And here's why. Because Coach Hud knows that he has to get them to play for him. So if they know that he has the back, then they're going to go all in.
You mean it in an ironic way, the video galvanized the team?
Yeah. And I think it was like, man, he really has our back. Yeah, we made a mistake.
Sure.
But he has our back.
Right.
So he's not against us.
Right.
So, and I think That was a smart move.
I said that as much. There was an irony involved in that. I mean, it's certainly a topic with. I think Jay referred to it as an onion with a lot of different layers. But if we just take ourselves out of it and just look at it strictly on the football field,
Right.
And at the same time, I think Jake Delhomme, former Ragin Cajun quarterback, I'm actually going to be hosting the morning show tomorrow. Steve Peliquin and I are switching shifts just tomorrow only, but have an interview with Jake Delhomme, and he's like, his point was, yeah, but that game at Georgia Southern happened before that became a big thing,
Right.
and that was their best performance of the season
Right.
at that point. Suddenly, the offense just looked different in that
Right.
game.
Yeah, like I said, I looked at it in different layers as well. And I was like, well, why? But being in the team, Coach Hutt has always been that type of person. And I can honestly say he's a player's coach. And I knew it wasn't surprising to me that he said that, because it was like on the strategy side of it, it's like, I want these players to, because, when you lose in the locker room, it's divided. You got these players talking about this. You got it's divided. So when he did that, it's like, well, the world is against us, but our coach still has our back.
Is whenever a team, because you were on a losing team and then 4 straight winning teams, when you're winning, the problems are still there, but they don't really mushroom. They don't really be like, winning kind of cures it. It kind of is like, these players may disagree, but we're winning, so it's all good. And then when you're not winning, everything just sort of balloons and just problems just become bigger and bigger.
Right. But what some people don't understand is the biggest part of that is the camaraderie in the locker room. That's the biggest part of it. And the 4 New Orleans Bowl teams that I've been on, we were all close as a team. It wasn't just, all right, you hang with them. It was you enjoyed being in the locker room because it was a team atmosphere.
Everybody had everybody's back.
Everybody had everyone's back. Yeah, we may fight amongst each other, but you can't be an outsider and fight one of us.
But would you say the same thing about the 3-9 team? Did everybody have everybody's back?
No.
Do you think that if on any of those 4 teams, look, I get it. It's sort of one can't go without the other, right? Like, part of the reason y'all were so successful was you had talented guys like you and Daryl and Terrence and Blaine, and I could go on and on. But if you weren't together as a group, you probably would not have had a winning record either. So, if one of those 4 straight New Orleans Bowls, if things had kind of gone south and you guys had finished 5-7, chances are you would probably be looking at me and saying the team just wasn't together that year.
Right. But see, that's why I believe Coach Hutt is so great in this aspect, because the 3-9 team was my first year. So I'm coming in being exposed. I'm thinking this is what college is about. And I had to be honest, it wasn't seeing how I finished my college career looking back. It wasn't a team. We didn't have the structure. Coach Hutt comes in, gives us that structure. He pushes us. We're working hard. And we were working hard so much that we were around each other for so long, and we got to gel. And that's how it happened. We just became a team.
You told me once that you felt like last year's team just didn't have
leadership.
Exactly.
Right.
Didn't have leadership.
Right.
This year's team clearly has it.
I mean, I think,
or did they get it at some point?
That's a good question, because I didn't even think about this. I think last year's team got comfortable. I think that they thought, okay, we're going to New Orleans Bowl regardless. Because I heard a player say before that season even started that was the most talented team that they have ever been on. And it's like, okay, that's debatable, but look at the record. The record speaks for itself.
Sure.
So it's like, I think this year's team, I can see fighting them. I can see that they're trying.
They certainly overcome a lot of adversity this
sure.
year.
Yeah, I can see that they're trying. And you can sense that there's someone that's in the mix of it, that's trying to keep it together like a player wise. And I think it's like the Al Riles and it's the Otha Peters and it's the it's the AJs and I think it's those guys that's keeping it together, honestly.
James Butler, former Ragin Cajun wide receiver, a surprise guest. We surprised him, and we're glad that he surprised us. I had talked to you earlier today, but it was about something else, and I love this. I mean, this is A+ analysis, and last question, because you got to work out and you got a life, and
trying to get my L cool.
We're bothering you. Dude, I mean, you're clearly still in great shape.
Nah, man, I couldn't run from here to my house, man. And I live right down the street.
You could outrun RB.
Yeah. Hey, I ran a 4.6 in high school, but I'm pretty sure James has got me.
You ran a 4.6?
Yeah, I did.
Nah, you might have me. Like, you might have me. No, seriously.
That was high school, though.
All I had was speed and a hand clock.
You might have me.
How quick turnaround, just the way that the bowl schedule laid out, and really the way that, the date that Christmas fell on. And Christmas was on a Monday. The New Orleans Bowl's on the 22nd.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So you got exams week.
Right.
It's a dead period. Your first full team practice isn't until Saturday. And then you're playing in a bowl game a week later, and you're leaving for New Orleans on Tuesday, and you played in 4 of them. I mean, there's a lot that goes, that goes into a bowl week. How difficult do you think it is having that very short turnaround on top of exam week?
See, it's a little different because, like you said, in the 4 years, we had that whole week that we had to prep. So we basically had an entire week in Lafayette to practice, and then you go to New Orleans and you have an extra week. But, yeah, I talked to Matt Barnes yesterday, the tight end, and he was saying it's just like we have a bye week, but it's a regular game week, So it's different. It's definitely different. But I think they're going to, you know how we play in New Orleans, So my biggest concern is there are some players that has never experienced that. And a lot of those players are young. And I don't necessarily know how they're going to react to it, But like I said, you have Al, who this is his 3rd one. You have Dominic.
Coach Hudd and Troy Wingert were noting yesterday that there's more than half of this roster has never experienced it with a good bit of the JUCO transfer.
It's only like 3.
So it's very, in your opinion, it's very important for the guys that have to basically round in the other guys and say, look, it's fun and all, but we're here for business.
I was just in the indoor with a couple guys. I said, look, we have never lost. So don't be the first.
Yeah.
Please don't be the first.
Yeah, there's a reason that Cajun fans love the New Orleans Bowl. 1, it's close.
Right.
2, they've won every time.
Yeah.
So all the memories are like, great, I mean, if he made it, right? He made it. But if Brett Baer misses it, even when you win the next 3, the whole thing feels a little different.
You're right.
That was the first one. It was in dramatic fashion. We play these liners about Bowl Week, and we have the old radio call of it, and it just the 4 straight all started with that first one. And if you don't get that first one, the next 3 just feel different.
Yeah, the first one was, in my opinion, was the greatest one.
And how hard was it for you to not be able to play in it? I mean, you're from New Orleans.
I don't even want to talk about that, man. But, God has a greater plan. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not stressing over it. But
you
it did hurt.
You got to play in an extra one, though.
It did hurt, yeah.
You got to play in an extra one.
It did hurt, though. It did hurt. But, I mean, most importantly, I'm glad we got the win.
James Butler, dude, we got to do it again.
Oh, yeah.
You got my number. Anytime you want to come in studio, text me. There's always a seat here.
We're just going to tell the receptionist anytime James comes to the front, just let him in. Let him right in the studio.
Hey, but remember, I told you when I walked in, I said, any fan has 2 extra bowl tickets. Listen, I'm not a part of the NCAA anymore. I can accept gifts, okay? So,
ladies and gentlemen,
if y'all have 2 extra tickets.
No, it's true. Contact me. You can email me, Scott@ESPN1420.com.
Look, I can sit next to you. We can talk about the game. We can talk about old Cajun memories.
Basically, have your own color commentator.
So he's saying, look, I will go with you.
Yeah,
sit next to you.
We can conversate about the game. We can talk about anything, sports, politics.
Let's get James Butler.
I want to get him in the Superdome
to the game.
Let's do this.
And maybe if Troy Wingert or somebody's listening, Coach Hudd, let's get the man a sideline pass.
I just seen Coach Hudd too. He gonna be like, James, you could have just asked me that question. You had to, because Hudd, I have to do this. I have to do this. So
James Butler has been our guest. guest. We're going to talk to you again. I definitely want to talk to you next week during bowl week. And,
we might have to have the studio set up as a gift suite.
Gift suite. Yeah. Okay. Here's a baby Ruth. All right. There's a warm Coke
Take
Zero.
Take one of Kevin Foote's plastic figurines.
Yeah. No. Don't. Those are his toys. Let's leave those. Let's leave those. James, man, thanks. That was awesome.
All right. Thank you.
All right.